let's talk a little bit about that too. Davon Mitchell. What is the latest that you're hearing about him? I know there's a crystal ball for him out there. Talk to me about Davon.
Yeah, I mean, everybody submitted their crystal balls and their future cast at this point for Davon Mitchell. So
Right.
from what I understand, and if this isn't correct, somebody can jump in the chat and let us know. But from what I understand is you can't complete your reclassification until August. It's going to take till August.
That's right.
So basically what I was telling you in the green room, which is if Davon Mitchell's committing on July 8th, that means he's not going to be able to take official visits to all of these schools. He's going to be likely taking an official visit to just the one school, and that's going to be it. So Davon Mitchell, I feel like at this point is pretty sold on where he's going to end up, and I think all roads point to Oklahoma. I mean, he's got the relationship there with Mike Hawkins, and I've been a big proponent of this on my channel, and I've even said it on Ties. I think Oklahoma lands Zena Yumio Azulu, who, if you're familiar with him, was also a teammate with him as well. So, I think there's just a lot of roads pointing to Davon Mitchell going to be a Sooner. And I think that, on July 8th, you see that commitment come down for OU. In August, at some point, you potentially see that reclassification happen. And I don't know if he's going to be an early signing day guy or if he'll have to be a summer enrollee. I don't know how that works with reclassification. So, because I don't know how many credits he has.
Yeah. And man, that kind of tells you, when you're saying that, Michael Hawkins kind of pulling the same kind of deal that you saw Jackson Arnold being out front for this recruiting class. And that's what you want, a quarterback that's going to be a leader and go and get the leadership guys and the guys that he wants to. You like to see that, right?
Oh, but you don't just have one guy though. You have Hawkins and Kevin Sperry. That's what I think a lot of people are undervaluing.
That's what I'm talking about. These guys are like building up
in 2 different years, recruiting the same guys. Like you're going to land guys. It's just with BV's policy, it's going to take a little bit for you to see these recruitments come down because at the end of the day, like, I want you to put your position. I want anybody in this chat, anybody that watches this video, I want you to put yourself in the position of a recruit. You're a recruit. You get a chance to take official visits to all of these different schools, be wined and dined. Now you can do it more than 5 times. Why would you not? Let's say you're going to Oklahoma, no questions asked.
Right.
Do you still not want to go take other visits to other places, get wined and dined, be treated like a king at least once a week? I mean, come on. Like, you're telling me that you wouldn't do that? That's kind of what these kids are doing, right?
And you know what? He doesn't ask them not to. He doesn't ask them not to. Yeah. Yeah. And I tell you, it's this guy is something. Yeah. Look, I think that it's way too early to make a judgment on some of this stuff. And I do think that I think it's positive that when you are losing guys, you're losing guys to blue blood programs and you're attracting the guys that he wants. So there's really not an excuse at the end of the day. By the time you get to year 3 and 4, you should be able to expect that BV needs to be there, working on national championship talk. Otherwise, I mean, this is what Oklahoma's about, is national titles. And everybody, all of us want to see one. It's been, 23 years. So it's time. But, that being said, it takes, look, man, when you put something in the oven and it's supposed to bake for an hour and you take it out in 30 minutes, it's probably not going to be as good as it would have been in an hour. And you have to expect that this is the same way. It's going to take him time. The portal speeds things up some, but I think it may have been you that was saying this. The jury's still out on whether or not that's the right way to go about it, building your program all the way, right?
Well, yeah, because look at Georgia and Alabama. They're not taking a ton of guys to the portal. They take 3 or 4 guys to the portal. Otherwise, what are they doing? They're going out there and recruiting 10 defensive linemen. They're building up that room, and then they just let natural selection take its place on that room. That's
we talked about that on this show last week, or the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about that relationship recruiting. It's very regimented. The reason that the kid they pulled the scholarship offer from that other kid, right? Because he went to Indiana after having the conversation with Venables and with Coach Miguel Chavis. He had the conversation. He knew, and he did it anyway.